We are going up to the Fisherman's Bastion, which is a high point, and look over to the other side. This is the stairs of the Fisherman's Bastion. 1896 was built. Built in 1896 for a World's Fair.
What glorious weather, huh?
Perfect.
And the very first name for the church would be Georgiana.
It's here. Doesn't seem like. Of course you can stay in the sun because you can hear me. Was constructed or developing as a town after the Mongolian invasion. So in the 13th century, we already built a small church here. And if you just look at the side entrance, you may see that this is a little hollow. Was constructed or developing as a town after the Mongolian invasion. So in the 13th century, we already built a small church here. And if you just look at the side entrance, you may see that this is a little hollow. Before
7 towers for 7 tribes.
For the towers. And this is strongly related to the Hungarian history because just 1,000 years after the landtaking was constructed or developing as a town after the Mongolian invasion. So in the 13th century, we already built a small church here. And if you just look at the side entrance, you may see that this is a tunnel.
This is known as the Matthias Church.
Under Ottoman occupation for 150 years. And by the time this church became the city's main jami, stable. And later on, the Russians came, they liberated us. Please don't ask if I know it was an occupation after, but during Second World War, at least for a day, it was a liberation.
This church took 54 years to build. This is the iconic building that you see in the commercials for various cruise lines. Both buildings have the same height, 96 meters. And no higher buildings are allowed besides these 2 buildings.
So the original name was AmaWaterways. So you can take
that live bird
pictures
down there.
Yeah, just there. This So over 2,000 years ago, the Romans lived here from the 2nd to the 5th century for 400 years. And Old Buddha By the time it was named Aquincum. Aquincum was a provincial capital of the Roman Empire, and they used the river as the natural border of the Roman Empire.
This used to be the town hall before the union of Buda and Pest.
It dates back to 1827, so it's very small but very charming.
Little cafe and conditori we stopped at. Had some nice pastries.
I guess we don't get to go in that church. Maybe we can go.
It had a sign. You had to be dressed up. You had to have long pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we still have some bath houses from that time. Amazing, still in use. You see the view. After all, we are on the flat side. Take advantage of the Ferris wheel or climb to the top of St. Stephen's Church. But,
This is the Jewish quarter.
And also 44-45, up to 10,000 people died out of those 70,000. And some of those people were killed, which is an enormous number. So the Jewish history, I believe, is very much a part of our Hungarian history. And Jewish culture is very much a part of our culture too. Many seats for men on the ground floor, and two galleries for women, because men and women are still today supposed to sit separately during services. It took 5 years only to build the synagogue back in the 19th century. Church relic of Hungary is inside of the Roman Catholic Church in Hungary, is inside St. Stephen's Church. Franz Liszt might sound familiar to you. He is the one who founded the first music academy for us in this city. Franz Liszt even had a small apartment along this road.
House of Terror.
About communism, and that in this very building, because the same building used to be the headquarters of the secret police, the political police, 19th century, while today in many of these buildings there are embassies. So sometimes we say that this is our diplomatic quarter. Hero Square, which is an entrance to the city park. Behind the statues, you will see that there is a huge park, some trees. This is the city park. Behind the
Already that the year of planting took place 896. So when we organized the works there, actually this was the venue of the exhibition.
This weird building opened 3 weeks ago. Museum of Folk Art. A lot of this was built for a World's Fair. 1956 memorial.
The crowd,
They took
when they
Stalin's
came here to celebrate
statue from here.
So back in
Hope they ground it into a million pieces.
the castle is a fairy tale like castle, decided to just like the Romans because Greeks never lived in here. Built for the expo from paperboard, and later on it was so successful among the people we decided to rebuild it out of permanent furniture, out of stone.
I thought this guy looked familiar.
Of the park, and you really feel like you are in nature. You feel like you are not in the building at all. You see it's very special, and
The rental, because this little man-made lake turns into an artificial ice skating rink during the winter time. So that's why we do have a beautiful ice rink. That's Ronald Reagan in the heart of Pest, by the way, close to the Parliament building.
This building is a mixture of styles and Hungarian buildings. Logoshi, Dracula.
Was a typical architectural style of the 1800s. So many churches, palaces were built in the Baroque style in the 1800s, and this is a living building in the western part of Hungary, which belongs to the famous wealthy aristocrat family called Esterházy. Here to the right side you can see the meat into, which is the best is we ask it in the chef as rump, or that's the best, yeah. The rump of the beef, and then you have to wait until the juice is evaporated. So we just got a little closer for this architectural style that we used in the 1200s, 1300s, and what is called
The Renaissance art part. Various kings and freedom fighters. And horses were very important in creating the empire. It's funny, they fly the EU flag, but they still struggle with the currency, whether they take their old foreign or euros or dollars or a combination thereof. And we might take this bus tomorrow. They hop on, hop off. Okay, we just moved out of our parking spot in Budapest, and we're going to park somewhere else. So we'll see where we're going. We're going in the opposite way of the airport. So
It sounded like there was doubt that there would be.
we'll see. Ah, the sun is just in the right position. Here's our new docking location right across from that thing, that tower. It's a beautiful evening.
Now the magic hour is finally on the blue side.
Yeah.
That's too much of a zoom for me.
But I just wanted to show you where we got. Got a nice room here on the 8th floor of the Intercontinental. All right. Well, to get to Buda, looks like we could take a water taxi. We're in Pest right now. Reminds me of Paris.
The library?
I don't know.
The library.
Well, we're trying to find out what this place is or figure it out. And the wind's not cooperating. Maybe I can get it to cooperate on this public body. I don't know if it's a library or what. Well, maybe it's a museum. Have to Google it. Well, whatever it is, it's a non-profit. Very Parisian-like. Well, blindfold me, take off my blindfold right here, and I think I was in Paris.
Yeah.
Well, we had a nice buffet dinner down at the hotel restaurant, so we don't have to go on this dinner cruise.